Welcome back to D2T2. I'm your host, Special Grade Hunter, and today we're going to be talking about Hunter x Hunter, Volume 33, and one chapter at the end of Volume 32. The anime ends off on Chapter 339 with Gon finally meets Jing. They're talking on top of the World Tree, and it shows kind of what the characters we have met through the series are doing. And Volume 3, in Chapter 340, kicks off with a man we've never met. It's King Naspi of the Kakian Empire, and he is kind of giving a public service announcement about the Dark Continent and how it's full of these vast riches that Hakeem is going to go and conquer and become the ruler for, and that this is going to be a great new adventure for humanity, and it's going to progress humanity in great ways with all the riches and treasures that you can find on the Dark Continent. Beyond Netero, yes, Netero, you find out Isaac Netero has a son, and Beyond is going to be leading this expedition because he has been there and survived. And Netero, Isaac, his father, banned him from going back because Isaac had won himself, and he said, "Okay, the only victory here is survival itself." Because Netero, who's always looking for a powerful opponent, and he thought that this land was just too great for humanity because every trip that they end up going on ends up bringing back a calamity if they fail. So when they go to find these riches and everything that can bring greatness to humanity, if they fail, then the guide makes them bring back a calamity, which can just is an extinction level threat in of itself. To give you an idea, obviously we all remember the Chimera Ants. The Chimera Ants were listed as a B rank mission, as a B rank threat for the Hunter Association. All of the other 5 calamities that have been brought back were all listed as a higher grade than the Chimera Ants, if that gives you an idea. So this is why Netero, he lobbied the V5, which is basically like, I would explain it kind of like NATO. It's all the countries, it's the countries in the world, the 5 major countries, they just have this like kind of like group that settles problems and gets together. Uh yeah, so he lobbies the V5 to cancel all travel to the Dark Continent because it's just too great for humanity in its of itself. So we get into the Zodiacs. They end up watching Isaac's video, and that's where you find out he's like, "Hey, if someone ever comes forward claiming to be my son, this is what you need to do." He says that this is not a mission. He is not ordering them to do this. All the Zodiacs kind of like, okay, yeah, like we know Netero. This is 100% something he wants us to do. So we're gonna go ahead and do it. And Netero wants them because he knows that his son's not gonna stop now that he is dead. So he wants them to push forward and be like the pioneers of this Dark Continent expedition because it could be great for humanity and for the Hunter Association. Side note: 2 Zodiacs have left: Harrison and Jing. They both hand in their letters of resignation, and Cheeto approved. So there's only 10 of them, but that gets filled in very quickly by 2 great characters. One we have not seen since I think a call in Greed Island, and one in the 13th chairman election arc. We all know who they are: Leorio and Kurapika. They finally get their time in the spotlight once more. Leorio, I see kind of getting his time as a main character for the first time. Yes, the first few arcs he was there, but I feel like he was always being overshadowed by Gon and Killua's story, and in New York New, definitely Kurapika's story. But he's going to get some chance to shine here. Does he yet? No, the greatest thing he does is accepts the call from Cheeto, come be part of the medical team and to join the Zodiacs, and he recommends Kurapika. And you learn kind of what Kurapika has been doing over the years. Well, the year or so that we haven't seen him, and he has recovered all but a few of the Kurta eyes. And besides on the Cow Zodiac goes to meet with him, and these 3 like bodyguards are like, all right, you cannot get through. He's not here. You're gonna have to leave. And he's like, all right, I'll wait for him to come back. And they try to get all up on him, try to jump up. And Zai-san, you see his abilities. We're not gonna get into it here, but his abilities are essentially he is a crime hunter, so he can restrain people. Trapper comes out. They talk. Zai-san kind of mentions the Kurta, and Trapper gets angry, activates Scarlet Eyes, and you realize Mizai-san's definitely not there to hurt him, and Mizai-san's like, I have some information for you that if you join, you can find out. And you get this like kind of inner monologue from Krupka, and he's like, all right, this is my family, so this is my mission, my life's goal. We're gonna do this. So he agrees to join. You find out where the rest of the Kurta Eyes are, who has them, and he agrees to join the Zodiacs and go on this trip. And while all this is going down, after the video with Netero, he tell like the V5 hire the Zodiacs to capture Beyond, and Beyond ends up turning himself in, kind of like capture, kind of not, because obviously he shows up. He says, "Go ahead and call," and Beyond is playing this all out. He knows exactly how the Hunter Association is going to react. He knows exactly how the V5 is going to react when they have the call. He knows all of what is going to happen because he's been planning this for years and years. So when he finally gets there, they talk, and he agrees to be prisoner until they get to the Dark Continent. Once they get there, it's definitely all bets are off at that point. Then we get into Jing meeting with Beyond's group, and you find out the person's there. And then you find out the person's been working with Beyond. And to kind of avoid any spoilers, I'm not going to go too deep into this part because I believe it is better for someone to read this because there's so much information in this volume. There's so much just being explained to you and so much dialogue between characters. I honestly love it. I've seen some places that it's kind of a turnoff for some people, but he's introducing so much new stuff to the series that has already been written for 339 chapters. So it's definitely well warranted why he's doing it. You meet so many new characters, and overall, I give this volume a. If we're going from 1 to 10, I give it a 9. I don't really see anything wrong with it besides the information dump that kind of turns some people off. But outside of that, if you're a fan of Hunter x Hunter, this is definitely well worth it. I will say that the relationship between Jing and Pearson is interesting. Jing agrees to play with him because Pearson is always feeding off of other people's hatreds towards him, but he has never really had any emotion towards anybody else. But he says, and you get this in a monologue, he's like, I wonder what I could do to somebody I really hate. I truly hate. And he is truly coming to hate Jing. And you get to see some of Jing's abilities. Actually, okay, this is a spoiler. You don't see his ability, you see something that he's learned, which is still beyond what a lot of characters we've seen in the series be able to do, or just something he picked up as a trick. And that is if he's hit by a physical attack or like a punching ability, he can just learn it. He can imitate it. And he says it's just something, it's just talent he has. And I'm not gonna talk about why this happens. I'm gonna leave that for you guys. I am gonna get into one last thing here before I go ahead and depart, and that is the Succession War, which is being talked about, and that is gonna be the next arc that you end up reading about. But the Succession War is essentially the 14 princes of Kakin, which are 14 kids of Kakin King Nasabi, and princes is a unisexual term. It's used to describe the men and women kids. So don't let it think that it's just a bunch of 14 males. No, it's male and female. And they are going to agree to the Succession War. And if they do, they're going to put their blood into a vase. They're going to put their hand in, and it's a little fairy pixie thing comes and puts this little, makes them kind of eat like, I think I would describe it as a seed, because it plants an end beast, and it's gonna be like kind of like the development of an end beast, and over the next few months, it's gonna develop. And we haven't seen who's is who. We haven't even seen a end beast on screen yet, besides King Nasubi's, and it is just there as a panel. And then there's a little side note underneath describe what a end beast is. And besides that, you find out that Repka hires 5 people to help infiltrate the princes, and those 6, are going to be the person who teaches him Nin, Izunavi. I could be butchering that names. I mean, if you read or watch anime, you know names are kind of difficult. Hanzo from the Hunter exam arc, Basho from the bodyguards of Nostrad family, along with Melody, who was also a part of the Nostrad family. He hires Biscuit, Gon and Killua's mentor from Greed Island, and that is a recommendation from Killua. And then, sorry, there's only 5. I was correct the first time. And those are the 5 that he hires to try to infiltrate. And him and Biscuit get into it. It's kind of a little funny scene, and you get a flashback of him talking on the phone with Killua. It's like, okay, it's nothing I could bring myself to do, but this is how you handle Biscuit. And he like swallows his pride. He's like, it's for my clan. And he says, you're not even fit to be a bodyguard, a delicate flower, something along those lines, such as you. He says you're fit to be a princess sitting, basically being catered to. And Biscuit is all, obviously she gets all blushy and she loves it. So they all accept jobs through an application process that Kakin princes have posted to be bodyguards. They all go ahead and apply for a certain one. And Kripke's trying to get under 9th Prince Hulkenberg. It ends up being he gets with the youngest prince, which is still a baby, 14th Prince Wobble. But the queen, Wobble's mom, she's kind of gets the knack that he wanted to be with Hulkenberg, but she kind of tells him like, hey, I can't promise you much, but if you protect us this, you may be able to get close, Hulkenberg. And there's a nice little scene that it ends off on with the queen crying, and she's like, would you like to hold her? And Krapka holds the baby, and then you find out who all of the bodyguards got listed with. So I'll go ahead and tell you that. Izanavi is with 9th Prince Tyson. Sorry, 6th Prince Tyson. Biscuit is with 13th Prince Mariam. Basho is with 7th Prince Lazarus. Melody is with 10th Prince Hancho. And Hanzo is with 12th Prince Momose. If you guys want to know more about like the 14 princes or the 5 calamities, I could do smaller videos on those, just explain what they are, what I think about them, and like the backstory that the volumes give to them. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it off there, and hope you guys enjoyed this review. Go ahead and leave a comment about what you thought. Obviously, what I just mentioned about what you'd like to hear about next. And if you liked it, go ahead and subscribe and leave a like. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, but if you did enjoy, go ahead and do those because those really do help. But if you did enjoy, obviously don't. Maybe check out our other videos. See if this is a channel worth that is for you. If not, sayonara. But if you did enjoy, I welcome you guys all to our little community that we're trying to grow here. Yes, we're small, but we're definitely trying to stay consistent, and we just love talking about anime and manga. So thank you guys, and goodbye. Hey, I just want to say thank you guys for watching till the end. And I do know there were some mess ups in there. I am reading all of chapters 33 through 36 in anticipation for the new chapter that are coming out on Sunday. So I do want to be caught up. I am also watching the Hunter exam arc right now. And in the manga, I'm also reading the York New City arc. I've just got some content I want to try to get out. So I apologize. Thank you guys for pointing it out if you did comment. If not, go ahead and comment below anything I missed, and I will try to get back to you guys. Thank you.